Blog Talk Radio.
Hey there! Welcome to Big Blend Radio with your hosts, Lisa and Nancy, editors of BigBlendMagazine.com.
Well, happy Ruby Tuesday, everybody. It's April 7th, 2020, and welcome to Big Blend Radio. We're your hosts, Nancy Reed and Lisa Smith, the crazy mother-daughter travel team and publishers of Big Blend magazines. We've got Big Blend Radio and TV magazine that covers everything from art and music to travel, history, nature, food, wine, all that good stuff. And also Parks and Travel magazine that covers, guess what? Parks and travel. So anyway, today we are airing live from the beautiful historic Homestead Inn in 29 Palms, California. We've got Joshua Tree literally in our backyard. We can see it, Joshua Tree National Park. We also see lots of rain clouds. It's beautiful, isn't it, Nancy?
Yes, and there is more than 29 palms here.
Yeah, because we personally checked it out that there's a lot of palm trees and a lot of cool things.
They're not trees. They're a grass.
I know.
So they're palms.
And check it out. True, like palm trees are not trees. It's really true. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. But you can see where we are. Just go to the website 29in.com. So it's the number 29in.com. Today's show, we have Lizzie-Harrah back on the show. She's a keyboarder, singer, songwriter, producer, just like a musical genius, dancer. She's a ballet dancer. She's awesome. We can't wait to have her back on. She is from the Madisons band up in Tennessee, outside Smoky Mountain National Park. She's going to join us to talk about her new album, About-Tomorrow is what it's called. You can go to their website, madisonsmusic.com. But before we bring Lizzie on and play some music, we have one of our favorite people in the world here, sitting in as guest co-host, Tanya Ortega from the National Parks Arts Foundation. Not only from it, she founded it. And the National Parks Arts Foundation is like the best place. If you want to be an artist in residence, you might as well do it in a place like Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, or go to the Dry Tortugas and have your own private island for a month. Stay in a park for a month and write your poetry, your film, your music, anything. And you can create ceramics. Whatever you do in the arts, this is what's so cool about this program. Just about any genre is open. Not just about, all genres are accepted into these programs. Very cool. So check them out at nationalparksartsfoundation.org. But Miss Tanya, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. Good to hear your voices.
You too, and you're all nice and clear over in Hawaii today, right? Are you like right there by Hawaii volcanoes?
Oh no, I'm in Kona today. I'm
well,
at
you know,
home.
it's really hard to keep up with Tanya.
Are you on the surfboard?
Yeah, are you drinking coffee on a surfboard?
My surfboard, hammock, whatever. I'm out on the ocean. Yeah, I should just make up a story. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes. Yeah. Nicely.
Oh, fantastic. No, I have been at home. I have been following the stay at home. I think I've left 3 times in the last month. So I am getting creative. All I'm doing is working, delaying deadlines for the foundation as much as we possibly can, and just arranging things with the national parks. But most important, I've done a little creative work.
Ooh. Now listen, everyone, Tanya's a photographer. And I remember one show we were on, because we host the first Friday Toast to the Arts and Parks show with Tanya. And we interview the different artists as much as we can. Whether Tanya can make it or not on the show, we interview an artist, if we can, while they're in the park, in their residency. And I remember one time you calling in saying you were painting. You were on a golf course. You were outside plein air painting. And I'm like, watch your head.
I do remember that.
So what's the
on
creative...
a golf course? That's edgy.
Yeah. What is the creative spirit now? Where are you photographing? What?
No, I'm not. A long time ago when I was in college, I did ceramics, and so I bought a bag of clay. I don't know, a year ago.
Cool.
And it's been sitting around. So what I did is I took a plaster cast of my face, and I'm making a mold that will not be fired for a mask.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Oh, it's a plastic cast. Do you remember the Plasticaster sisters?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oopsie.
So, I have to say, I took ceramics in high school, and I made this head of a bloodhound. And apparently when the teacher put it in the kiln, it wasn't totally dry, so it blew up. And the dog's nose landed on somebody's ashtray and made like the perfect place to put your cigarette.
Oh, my God.
No, it was so weird.
Oh, my God.
Weird.
Well, this is the perfect start to the show. I want to
there
bring
you go.
Lizzie on the show. We were going to play her song first, but it's just, Big Blend Radio. Anything can happen. So, Lizzie, how are you?
Hello, Lisa. Hello, Nancy. It's so nice to be back. And hello, Tanya. It was really interesting hearing about your pottery.
I know. See, this is a creative thing. Now, Lizzie, I know you do keyboards, producing. I mean, you produced what, ZZ Top for like 17 years. Every time
I was an audio engineer with ZZ Top. That's correct.
Yeah, I mean, audio engineer. Now, okay, so, all right, so now we need an education. Audio engineer versus producer. What's because I always think these are the people with all the buttons, and I go, they're the button people. Well, yes,
and they have to have. I am a producer now, but for many years I was an audio engineer, and basically they have to know how to work all the buttons. You have that part right. The producer is typically the one who comes in with a coffee and a clipboard and sits back and lets the other people do the heavy lifting.
Okay. So I see. Okay, so that whole part. Now, do you do? Because I know you study ballet. I remember talking on shows about ballet. You write songs, you sing, you play keyboards. Do you do any on the art side in regards to, like, Tanya's doing pottery, even though she's a photographer, an amazing photographer. I still see, your art, like, all the time in my head, especially when I see winged wonders, Tanya, like, butterflies and moths and things. You know what I'm talking about, and eyeballs.
I want to see your stuff. I want to come to Kona and visit. I mean, I'm already, like...
She's, like, ready. You got it. You should enter.
I have a love of ceramics and pottery, although I'm terrible at it personally. The place where I live in East Tennessee, I'm on 100 acres up in the mountains, and it's very remote. I can't even see my nearest neighbor. And the person who used to live on this property was a potter, and he got the clay from this land here and made lots of pottery, and he had a kiln here and everything. And what's amazing is I bought the land. I didn't know anything about this, but I kept finding these little heads about the size of like a walnut. It was these, and they were always looked kind of like elves or something. They were like usually masculine, and they had pointed ears, and I couldn't figure out why I was finding all these little guys. It was his blown pottery, and he was filling chuck holes in the road with it. And I rescued maybe 100 of these heads, and this is probably the most artistic thing I've ever done visually, is they were in a sort of a terracotta orange. And so I went to Home Depot or wherever, and I bought a bunch of little terracotta saucers, like what would sit underneath a tiny terracotta pot. And I mounted each one of these heads to them, and it's actually what decorates my dining room, is these heads that have come up out of the soil where I live.
I want photos.
Oh, that's amazing.
I want photos.
Wow.
I want to see.
I know.
I'll definitely share photos.
Oh, we want photos of this.
I found out the artist's name is Ronnie Lamb, and I've fallen in love with his artwork since then because I was finding it in the dirt.
This is crazy.
But they're not elves, they're trolls. And the angle of their ear point tells you what their personality is.
Oh, there you
Just
go.
Throwing it out there.
Tanya, what are
I
you
really
making?
liked is each face was unique. He didn't just make the same face over and over. Like each little guy has a totally different face and expression. So he wasn't just, like cookie cutter or whatever. He was making. I don't know what he was seeing, but it was amazing.
Tanya, I know you're making the face mask, and you're not going to fire it though. So you're going to really wear it like a face mask. What are you going to do?
Oh,
I don't have a kiln. So
You're going to bake
it. Be fired.
You could put it in your oven.
I'm not even going to bake it. It's in a kiln fire clay. But I'm just hoping I can have it dry evenly and then put plaster over it. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. But, boy, it's interesting to see my face in clay. But I've got a question about the trolls or the leprechauns or whatever they might be. Are they all one color glaze, or did he even glaze them? Because I'm wondering if he used them to measure the heat of his kiln before he, put in his pottery. Because usually you got to measure the heat to see if it's correct for the glaze.
Yes, I do know what you're talking about with that. But no, this was apparently part of his art because I ended up finding some pieces intact that he had buried or hidden for some reason. I found some vases and bowls that were intact, and they all have these little elf guys on them. They're glazed in just I don't know what kind of glaze you would call it. It's sort of a matte, but they're always ornately. They have these big headdresses, like they're like warrior chiefs or potentates, they've got these really ornate headdresses on, these male elf creatures, and they pop up out of my dirt.
Wow, I dig this. I dig this.
They're not elves, they're trolls.
I know. Nancy's in the land of
they
trolls.
They're
trolls.
They're
in
trolls.
Guernsey.
But that was
trolls
decorating
have got
my
that
dining
little,
room, no kidding.
Trolls have got that little extra edge on elves. Like elves are mischievous, but trolls take it a little bit step further.
Hey, listen.
So it's all in the ears, apparently, huh?
There's a thing with this. Now this gets into the mythical land of trolls and elves and fairies. But now I want to play the song Dove. This is a song from your new album, About-Tomorrow. And see, this goes on this little mythical joyride to me too. Even though I always talk about your music with the Madisons. It's got like the vibe of the band. Like you guys have that. I always talk about that, but it's your sound. And Dove, to me, we played it a few times on the show when it was released as a single, but I want to play that because it does go with the fairies. And to me, a dove is like the olive branch. A dove is a symbol of peace, So I love the video that you've done as well. Was that on your land? Was that amongst the trolls?
It actually was on my land, and I shot it myself just holding the camera. I was just, I was like, okay, I'm going to go do this. So it was, of course, the band collaborated on the entirety of the video, but, I just went on a kamikaze mission in the woods and shot it.
Cool. All right, so we're going to play it, and everyone, again, you can go and keep up with the Madisons. Go to their website, madisonsmusic.com. You can keep up with them on Facebook, Twitter, Bandcamp, and Spotify, YouTube, but here it is, Dove. Take a listen.
Now you know you were on dead on the right track. You had to go through time and space and still try to make it back. Now you know now you know now better. You got it done with good set of wings. You got it done, no matter where she flies, she sings. Hey, now you know now you know now better. Now you know now you know now better. You got it done. Who knows where home is at? And she flies, returning to you all the past. Hey, now you know now you know now
Everyone, you're listening to Big Blend Radio, and that was Dove. It is the first song on the album About Tomorrow from the Madisons, and you can keep up with them. Just go to their website, madisonsmusic.com. They're in all the outlets like Bandcamp, and you can go get the album. It just released. We're excited to have Lizzie-Harrah back on the show with us, and also Tanya Ortega from the National Parks Arts Foundation. But Lizzie, I love that song, and I like it when you guys are all together in the video and all saying like, did it? I love that. I love it. I love it. It's kind of like, it reminds me of the Traveling Wilburys a little bit, with everybody getting together in the room, you know.
What a huge
it's
compliment.
Cool.
What a great band they are. They are
know,
always
right?
on my playlist. Always.
Oh, God, I love the Wilbury. I know. It's like them and the Highwaymen, how that collaboration happened.
Ooh.
But yeah,
Aren't
how
they wonderful?
Did everybody,
yes.
How did everybody connect in the Madisons? Because I know you came out of Houston, you're up in Tennessee. Tell us about how everyone got together for the band, because you've got Ruel Russell on bass, you got Lee Hamilton on drums. They were in bands together, right, before the Madisons?
We've been together about 20 or more years now, and Lee and Ruel go back even further than that. I guess I'm guilty that I saw them in several other acts in Houston and knew that they were the best rhythm section, and was fortunate enough to be able to snag them up. And we've stayed together all this time, and it's an honor to still be playing music with them. They're really great. If you showed up at a show and just it was the two of them playing, you would have a great time listening to them. They're a wonderful rhythm section, and they're just joined at the hip.
I love listening. I mean, we played your music on the show for years, and I think back, and I think it's like you've been on the show since almost like the beginning times of the radio, Big Blend Radio. And it's weird today being in 29 Palms and doing all these live broadcasts like pretty much every day now while we're here. And thanks to Jerry Hagman here at the Homestead Inn for putting up with us. I feel so bad for her. But, and
he's so awesome.
Y'all do such a
but
great
this is where
job.
we started. It's wild. It's wild.
Y'all
but
do
I think
such a wonderful job, and thank you for having me back. I feel like we have gotten to know each other over the years, and I'm honored that you remember some of the stuff that we've shared in other interviews. And I just wanted to take a moment to mention that we're pairing with Grammy.com/MusicCares to donate our proceeds during the month of April to help with the coronavirus, the COVID-19 crisis. And anyone who wants to help can either visit our website, stream our music, or go straight to Grammy.com/MusicCares. These are folks that are helping not only folks in the music community, but everyone who's being impacted at this time.
It's really taken a toll on the world of the arts. Musicians, I know, like not being able to perform and doing a lot of, live streaming and stuff. And so it's just changed a lot of things. And it's a difficult time for small business, for tourism. That brings us to Tanya, the National Parks Arts Foundation. This has got to have impacted a lot of the residencies that should be going on right now, right, for everybody to have to stay home.
Yes,
It is very much so. And I mean, it's. I guess I could say all over the place, but we have been so fortunate. The National Park Service is working with us to delay things. Fortunately, we've really had a great luck, really, with being able to just put everything on hold right now, and the artists that have been selected are just being so cool about it. Unfortunately, some of the monies that we were able to give to artists to do this will be expiring because of various deadlines and that kind of thing. Because we're not going to be able to do our residencies in time for the period of performance, which, as you know, especially with federal grants, you've got to do everything very to the book. So we're hoping that will change too. But everybody's being really wonderful, really, really wonderful. And, some artists said, I can't go to the park. You guys go ahead and keep my stipend, a few $1,000s, whatever it is, and we'll figure it out later. Or I can just do something on FaceTime and show the public what I'm doing at a home residency with remembering what it's like to be in a natural area in the park, that kind of thing. So artists are coming up with really creative ways to even do residencies when they're not even there. And then, we'll figure it out later. We've been so lucky. We work with a bunch of great people.
I think that's the thing is this is a very weird time. I feel like nature is claiming her land back for a little bit. And it's kind of a reprieve. It's a sad time because it's also people are sick and people are dying. But at the same time, it's kind of, I think that creativity comes out of these places of, you don't have all the ingredients for your stew, so now you get to be creative and make compromise and change things up. So I think there's that in creativity. So do you see, Tanya, artists and musicians and writers and poets listening now, and you've got Lizzie here too, and I think Lizzie should do this. Just saying, Lizzie. I think you should be an artist in residence in one of the parks, like Chaco. I'd love to see Lizzie in Chaco. I'm just like,
that'd be fun.
I know, in a wave a magic wand. It's so interesting to go to a park after you've talked to artists for so long, and then you go to the park, and it's like this different experience because you see their art. Even when you're walking through, like Chaco, I see all these artists' work that we've, interviewed. So it's really a different thing.
I'm really jealous because I have to make most of my art kind of in a funky, studio with, like padding on the walls and stuff.
You could do it in Hawaii. She's got a recording studio in Hawaii volcanoes, right, Tanya? So, I mean, can Lizzie and artists and writers still connect with you and apply for future residencies? That's where I was going. And Lizzie should go to Hawaii. Just saying that.
Oh yes, we're totally on track with that. I mean, we're delaying the deadlines because right now people are just, we're all laying low. So yes, we're still taking applications, and our panel, they're more active than ever because they're at home. So they're able to look at the proposals. Really, they're like, well, send more because so we're on target with that. We're still choosing artists, and then when we choose them, we're just working with them in very fluid and flexible ways. So all of that is still happening. Even I think our 2021 deadlines are coming up pretty soon here. We're still trying to delay them till the last minute, of course, but we're still choosing the artists, which is kind of cool because, I mean, despite the horribleness of everything that's going on, the artists really have time to prepare, and so do we for next year.
Lizzie, would you do something like that? Go stay in a park for a month and write?
It sounds kind of amazing to me.
Hello.
I know, but because you're saying you're writing. I mean, do you write most of the music for the albums, or are you collaborating with everyone? How does that work?
We all share music credit on everything that we do together because I feel like as a band, once we come into a room and do the work as artists and musicians together, that we really share in all that. I bring in a good deal, but on this last record, so did the other guys. They brought in a few too, and we really work with each other. There was there's a song, Why Should I Dream, that Will Russell, the bass player, really turned in the best lyrics. It really, I'm pretty picky, and I was getting ready to just pick it apart, and I looked at this paper, and it was just beautiful. What he had written, it was perfect, and so we went with it exactly like it was. So we all really get together and write together. Any of us might come in with the original idea, but really it's the three of us together.
Oh, I have a question about this process. I picture everybody coming together in a space. Tell me if I'm wrong, because I know nothing about this. I'm so intrigued. I love looking at lyrics as poetry, their own thing, as well as with the music, this kind of thing. Yes. I picture somebody coming with their original lyrics, and everybody, I've seen a writers group, screenplay writers all sitting around and going through the whole thing. Is that what it looks like? What does it look like? The process, you all gather in one place, or is it all on the internet now?
Different. Everybody's different the way they might write a song. But for the Madisons, it's always the music first. We create a piece of music, and then we take it away and work on it, and we edit and work it and play it live and find out what works and doesn't work, and take a lot of time with a song before we end up recording it. And then when we go in to record it, we're all in a room live together. We record everything together, old school style. And
that's fantastic.
At that point, we've had a lot of chances to work out the kinks. But for us, almost always the music is what happens first, and then we try to figure out what the music is saying. And that's kind of the story behind Dove, which y'all were kind enough to play a few minutes ago. When the music came, really I was just improvising some vocals, just oohs and ahs over it. We were improvising in the studio and wrote the piece, and I did a recording with me just doing oohs and ahs and sounds because I didn't know what the words were. And I liked the melody a lot, and so I sat down on another day and had my coffee, and I knew the story that I wanted to tell. And it's a good story. It was a woman who reached out to me over social media a couple of years ago. She asked to be able to speak to me because I knew her mother who had passed. And it turned out she was adopted. And she always had a hunch, like a intuition that she was adopted, but no one ever told her. But she just knew it. And finally she found out as an adult, and she set out to find out who her biological mother was. And she found her, but sadly it was after she had already passed. So she's still trying to use her intuition and detective, skills. And she found her mom's Facebook and looked at her couple hundred friends and looked at all the different pictures, and she picked me out of all of those friends, and she's like, I'm going to reach out to her first. And sure enough, I responded. And I told her about her mom. She was amazed that so many people did not respond, or that there were so many closed doors. That's something that people that are adopted, that if they ever do try to find their biological folks, they experience a lot of that, apparently, of closed doors, or families that don't want to have those doors opened, or whatever. But through intuition, she had found who her mom was, and then she found me. And I was able to share letters and artwork that she had made me. She was an artist, and she made me can you imagine a woman doing this? She made me jewelry to match the outfits that I performed in, to make me even cool. Prettier. Like, what woman does that? I mean, she was incredible. So I was able to share with her what an awesome woman her mom was. And the song Dove is about that. It's about intuition and finding something in the dark, even when you don't quite know what it is.
I love that. And the whole album, just to me, goes in this journey. There's like a mystical quality of this album. when you listen to it. One of my favorite songs is Dark Hollow, The Universe Inside. I mean, all of these songs, they make you think, and you really want to just sit back and listen. And I think that goes with all your albums, you know, and all the music we've played, you know, over the years and conversations. They're deep, but they also have a moment of letting you breathe too. Like Chicago, seriously, the drunken sailor pops up, you know, and I want to go like, you know, shave his balls with a rusty razor. I wanted to sing that part in there, but that was like what we used to sing in South Africa in bars. But anyway, you know, what do you do with the drunken sailor? Yeah. No. Anyway, I'll behave. Nancy.
There's a lot more verses. We could do an extended version and do all those verses in there.
I could do a lot. I would like to do a show just on bad bar songs. but Chicago, I love that. And you know, and Train on the Bend. Oh my God, just so many of them are so. Just you want to sit back, and then just when you feel like, man, I'm like in this zone, you're like, no, you're gonna have a little fun over here. So putting the album together, you know, and I even look at the cover art. I love the cover art. The cover art was
done by Mr. Brian Konutko, and he did an excellent job. He's an artist here in East Tennessee who makes incredible videos and original art, and we were very lucky to be able to work with him. He's just wonderful.
So cool. Tell us about Tattoo. It is really Tattoo. I know Nancy. Nancy's going tattoo.
Yeah, both.
I know. So Tattoo. Tell us about that song. I want to play this for everyone to take a listen to.
Tattoo has a funny story behind it. There's a wonderful humorist and writer by the name of Michelle Combs, and she has a blog called Rubber Shoes in Hell. And her writing has been in Huffington Post and a number of places. She's frequently a speaker at Irma Bombeck's convention. Just a wonderful humorist and writer, and truly one of my dearest friends. And she gave me a writing prompt one day. She was getting me to try to write, not music, but writing, which I used to enjoy but had gotten out of the habit of. She gave me a prompt, and I wrote something, and I sent it to her, and it was pretty good. I was pretty proud of it. And I gave her a prompt for writing some lyrics, and she didn't connect with it. And nothing came out, and a couple months went by, and I nudged her again, and I'm like, hey, pick a different subject then. Give me something. And she referred to a blog she had written. And the blog was actually funny. She talked about an incident of going to a party when she was a young person and maybe doing a couple things that she shouldn't have done or seeing a few things that she shouldn't have seen. But in the context of the blog, it was actually quite funny. And she gave me the words that she wanted to put. She wrote the lyrics for Tattoo. I did a little cleaning up, but it was basically Michelle Combs on the lyrics. Oh. And so this was an instance where the music did not come first. These lyrics came to me, and I had to sit down and work with them. And as I started to work with them, I realized that, you know, this is kind of actually a little bit dark. She's making light of something, but there's something that's kind of painful here. And even though that's not light, toe tapping, maybe what – it's more interesting to me as an artist. I want to go there. I want to go to those places that are a little bit hard to talk about. And as it turned out, this incident at the party was she was with someone else's mother who really should have been kind of looking out for her and taking care of her, and instead kind of allowed her to be, you know, exposed to things that as a younger teenager she might not have needed to be around. Mm-hmm. And so the reality of that story being told one way where it was really funny, and then in another way where it's about that mom that took her to that party was not a nice lady. So
yeah, you know, there's this big question: are you a friend to your child, or are you a parent?
Or are you going to kick my ass?
It's a big question, because a lot of parents feel they have to be a friend to relate to their children, but there's times I think it's a switch off. Sometimes you're the parent, sometimes you're a friend. Well, when you go in as a friend, you're just gathering info so you can be a parent later.
Yep, I know about that one.
Well, it's true.
Yep.
Are you a friend or are you a parent? But if you elect to be a friend, you're going to be in as much trouble as your kid is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
okay,
I
you're
guess
the mother-daughter. But there's a lot
category.
of maternal, nourishment in this album, too, About Tomorrow. And I think that's when you think about Tomorrow, that title of the album means something to me. I mean, even now we're looking at this COVID-19 thing, and we are thinking about, what about tomorrow? Holy crap, what's going on? There's fear, there's anxiety, there's also how are we going to do things new and different? So there's a renewal and a rebirth with this. And so I think your album is perfectly timed to come out now, and I think we need to hear it. So let's play Tattoo, everybody. Stay tuned.
Bell bottoms and we and another girl's mother hold your hand. Her black eyeliner hides the truth. You shouldn't be here, but you are. We were before you saw the tattoo. Don't be afraid, it's always gonna happen to you. You were always gonna lose this part of you. The smile's the shards of glass, the smile that you should trust the most. Or be the one who steals your shoes and leaves you with a lacy bruise. She knows what's behind the tattoo. Don't be afraid, it's always gonna happen to you. You were always gonna lose this part of you. She should have covered your eyes. Sha-la-la, ooh, sha-la-la. It could have happened anytime. Sha-la-la, ooh, sha-la-la. She will laugh and watch you cry. Sha-la-la, ooh, sha-la-la. This is always gonna be a part of you. One day you won't feel the purple and the blue. Ooh.
You're listening to Big Blend Radio, and you just heard Tattoo. It is a tattoo. I can't stop doing that now. Thanks, Nancy. It's from the Madisons off of their brand new album. It's out now. It's called About Tomorrow, and you can go get it now. Go to their website. The website is MadisonsMusic.com. They're on Facebook, they're Twitter, Spotify, YouTube, all those great places. And Lizzie, do you have a tattoo?
Nope.
I do not.
Okay. So Nancy and I
How
don't.
about you? Do you have one, Lisa?
No, because I'm a real baby. And they put earrings in, like I did pierce my ears, and my ears swelled over them, and I'm allergic to metal. And
no.
So, some metals, it's all different, but some things are good and some things are not, and it's all interesting. And to me, anything to do with anything that's a needle, I'm running. Tanya, what about you?
I can't believe none of the four of us have tattoos.
Oh, we're clean girls.
Cool.
And listen, Nancy and Tanya celebrate the same birthday.
Yes.
They're both Taurus, so they want to rule the world. I know. Nancy's She's like Taurus power.
Let's just clean this mess up.
I know. Tomorrow's the pink moon, right? So we can call on like.
It's actually tonight. Tonight is the pink moon.
Yeah, that's right. Tonight it starts. Lizzie, what's your
Central Time? It's 7 p.m.
Oh,
cool.
So it's happening now. It's starting now for you, where you are, right?
Well, from where I am in Eastern Tennessee, it's going to be happening in a few minutes. Yeah.
Cool.
I plan on going behind the barn on the John Deere Gator and kicking my feet up and watching it.
Oh, very cool.
You're not liking to dance naked in the shining of the pink moon?
Yeah, you gotta get naked. Sorry,
I don't
know what it is, but every time we're on a show, we talk about getting naked and running out in nature. The thing about nature makes you want to flap everything in the breeze. I don't know, but so the moon is out. You're in East Tennessee, and whenever you say that, I think of moonshine. I'm even wearing my moonshine shirt from Ralph Mason-Gill, who's the moonshine man of, Conquer, Change, and Win. I got to give a shout out to him. But we're hoping to get out your way. You're out by the Smoky Mountains. Tanya, you're near the Hawaii volcano, kind of sometimes. Today we're at Joshua Tree, so we're all like representing parks, which is awesome. But now I want to play the song game, which is Spontaneous. And I think you've both played before on our show, and I think you were on a segment together. Who knows how many shows we've done.
Why do I feel like Tanya is going to beat me at this really bad?
I don't know. Like you know what? Tanya is like one of those people in life that you never know what's going to happen next. It's a sneaky surprise.
I have to tell you, when I was
Tanya's a badass.
in my early 20s, I used to lie to people, and I had no idea this existed, by the way, at the time. I thought I had made it up. In my early 20s, and somebody would be like, hey, what do you do? That I didn't know. I'd be like, oh, I'm a lyric analyst. That's all I do, is analyze song lyrics.
I love that.
And then when I found it was real, I was like, what? I could have actually done that?
I love that.
I love it. That's funny.
Okay, so Spontaneous is the award-winning, best-selling board game on Amazon, and it just kicks butt. It's all about music, and it's about being spontaneous. It's like if someone says something and you hear a word and you bust into song, right? So like I always say this, if I give Nancy the word red, you have to have 5 words.
Red wine
makes you feel fine. You got to have 5 words.
Makes you feel fine.
Okay, so this is a board game, but we're going to do the radio version where we give you a word, and then you have to come up in 10 seconds. You have to come up with 5 words in the lyrics. So I'm going to start and give it to Nancy just to get the pressure. It's fun. And I'm going to play the little TikTok. Now, here's the deal. Block. And we're all going to give each other a word. Here's the thing. If we do not get it, someone is getting butt panned, and I really have an itchy finger for butt panning people. That sounds really bad. I won't say it that way again. Okay, so Nancy, let me think. Wow. Your word, because it's going to rain out here, I'm going to say your word is rain. Go.
The rain in Spain stays mainly on the plain.
Are you serious? You won. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, Tanya, I know you're going like, Taurus power.
I don't understand this game, but I'll play.
Tanya.
Well, that's from the musical.
Yeah.
I think it's from.
You have to sing the words from a song, just like
well,
5
the
words.
rain in Spain. It's from a musical, and the song.
My Fair Lady.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. 'Cause I know Steve Schneider would know, and he's going, Nancy, come on.
I know.
But anyway.
Now, Nancy, because of your Taurus friend co-hosting here, Tanya, I think you should give Tanya a word. Bull. Oh, my God, that's so mean. Go,
what?
Tanya. A song with bull.
B-U-L-L. Bull.
Uh-oh, that's dangerous.
With the word bull, hey, that's a good one.
That's mean.
I can't think of a single word.
That is so mean. That's a mean word. I'm giving her another one. Come on, no way.
There's some Cat Stevens song. There's some I can't.
I was like the bull and the Tillerman. Yes, T for the Tillerman. No, all I keep telling you is bull crap. Bull crap is going through my mind. But
okay,
wait. Okay, I'm giving Tanya a word because that was just mean.
Okay.
Okay, Tanya, Your word is, oh my God, I can't even think of a word.
See?
No, wait.
Do the little clock.
No, wait.
Out.
Tanya's word, because she's in Hawaii.
Big volcano.
No, just to me right now, we're all like full of rain. She's going to get sunshine. Go, Tanya.
Sunshine when she's gone. Sunshine Superman.
Sing the words. You have to sing the words.
Oh.
Of the song with the word in it.
Something slowly, but I've changed my ways. It'll take time, I know it. But in a while,
nothing on me. That's Donovan.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Sunshine
Superman.
I don't know, Tanya. You're inching towards the butt pan, and I'm sorry.
No, she did it. Okay.
Okay, I'll be nice.
No.
Okay,
How
Tanya,
many
give Lizzie a word. Tanya, give Lizzie a word.
You're not going to do that tic-tac sound on me, are you?
Yes. She doesn't like it. She's like, that metronome thing is bull.
I hate the TikTok thing.
Okay.
metronome.
Okay, if everybody wins this, then we can butt pan the metronome.
Okay.
So, Tanya, give Lizzie a
here's
word.
One. Tennessee.
Go, Lizzie.
I was waltzing with my darling to the Tennessee waltz.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, she won that. All right.
I got chills.
Tennessee
I got
Ford.
chills.
That was good. That was good. She
Thank you,
she
Lisa.
did it. She's the singer-songwriter here, man. She got it. Okay, so
that was beautiful.
Lizzie, you get to give me one. This is scary.
Yeah, Lizzie, go for it.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Love.
Oh. Dude, that's so easy.
Put a little love in your heart when the world needs when the world needs a better place. Anyway, put a little love in your heart.
Yay.
That is 5 words in there. I got it in there. Mm-hmm. Okay, so here it is. The butt pan goes to the metronome.
And now, a butt pan moment. Butt pan! Butt pan! Butt pan! Butt pan! Butt pan! You're a butt pan!
Surf's up.
Just for you, Lizzie, and just because I really have to play butt pan, and I didn't want to butt pan Tanya. She was on the line there, but she pulled through. And everyone, Spontaneous, a song game, like totally. If you're quarantined in, this is a good song to play.
So much fun.
I mean, a game to play. So go to songgame.com. It's on Amazon, all those great places, and we love to play it on the show. It's always good stuff and good fun. In closing, everybody, what is your next thing? As soon as this quarantine is off, Tanya, what are you doing?
I'm going to go up to the park. To Hawaii
Volcano?
Volcanoes National Park. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. And, okay, wait, because Lizzie, I know, likes ballet. You have a dance floor in the house, right?
I dance on the floor in the house.
Oh, no. But I know. But Lizzie does but don't you have a dance floor in the house, Tanya, in Hawaii Volcanoes? Tell everybody Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, right? So you could be, it's like 6 bedrooms, right? And you got a recording studio and a dance floor and ocean views, and I feel like I'm in real estate now, but
We do not have
amazing.
a wooden dance floor. We have a lanai that's for dance. We're installing one of those hand grips. I know nothing about dance, obviously, and so we've got the lanai and the studio. But we need to get nice wooden floors. We've got non-slip on the dance lanai right now, but it doesn't really let you, slide enough. So we got to do a few things.
So we could have cocktails and slide? No, I'm just saying.
So can I ask a
I could have
question
used
quickly?
a non-slip floor as a young dancer.
Okay. Lizzie, I want to ask about, do you have that wooden thing in your ballerina shoes?
What are you doing?
I did dance on point with the Houston Ballet and at the High School for Performing and Visual Arts, yes.
And how does that feel? I mean, it looks so gross.
The wooden thing?
The wooden thing at the ballerina shoes.
It's on point, and you train for it. You work a lot of years just in regular ballet shoes before you go there, so they already have you in sort of demi-point, so you're building up the strength in your arches and legs and stuff. So by the time you go on point, it's not that bad, although the first few times I definitely found myself on my rear end more than once.
I bet. It looks just, dude.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ouch. Ouchie.
I always wondered about it.
So, Lizzie, what are you doing as soon as the quarantine's over?
I can't even see past that. I'm really just trying to, I think like a lot of people, just take care of today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
'Cause like how, it's hard to know what we all know is that things are going to be different after this. And some of it, like you said earlier, Lisa, is very unfortunate. Some of it that has to do with the earth taking a break is a really beautiful thing. And I hope that a lot of people can maybe find ways to be able to telecommute or work from home or use less energy or consume less or be grateful more for what they do have. I think especially as Americans, we're like defined by our consumerism. And
I know.
It's been very interesting to watch people kind of go through the meltdown where they're like, I really have to go to that large store because I need those cheese puffs or what. No, you don't. You don't actually need them.
No, but I need my wine. You know, I'm ready to put a still out here on the desert property, but I don't think Jerry will let me.
We could make tequila out of her cactus.
We got agaves
That's
out
one
here.
thing they don't run out of in East Tennessee.
I know, right? I know. It's so funny, but, you know, some places like liquor stores are closing and people are freaking out, and it's like it's a very interesting thing, you know.
Here in Hawaii, you know, hand sanitizer and everything was gone immediately. So for our masks and all the rubbing alcohol has been gone for weeks. We don't have any around here, but we have a bar that we hardly ever use because we just don't drink enough. But we have bottles of Everclear that have really come in handy.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
It has
for
the right alcohol
sanitizing
content.
the masks and hand sanitizer, you know, we're using Everclear, like really strong alcohol. And I was thinking, if I ever get pulled over from cleaning my mask, I am going to just smell like Everclear.
Oh my gosh, this is funny. Oh my gosh.
That's a whole new excuse. I'm sorry, officer. I just cleaned my mask.
No, officer. Officer. Oh, wow. I know. Listen, everyone, please stay safe out there. It is, you know, a little weird, but, like, we will all get through this, hopefully as sane as possible, and hopefully everybody stays safe and, sane and happy. Find joy and creativity through it. Everyone, again, Tanya, thank you for joining us. It's so good to hear your voice and have you back on shows.
So good to talk
We've missed you. National Parks ArtsFoundation.org is the website to go and apply for a residency in a national park unit or parks. We've got all kinds of parks on our list, national monuments, battlefields like Gettysburg, so check that out. And also be sure to follow them on social media because things change up all the time, so it's one of the best ways to keep up with them. And also keep up with Lizzie and the band, The Madisons. Go to madisonsmusic.com, get the album About Tomorrow. It is out now. You can go to iTunes, Spotify, Bandcamp, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. And it looks like CD Baby just changed up a whole bunch of stuff since March, Lizzie. I don't know. A lot of musicians are selling their music through there, and it looks like it ain't no more in a weird way.
Apparently they're changing things around. What I do know is that you can support most of your musicians through the other usual sites like Spotify and YouTube. And you can also try to visit some of their live streaming events that they're doing. A lot of musicians like ourselves are trying to donate 100% of our proceeds to help with the cause right now, the COVID-19 virus. And there's a lot of great causes out there. The one that we're personally paired with right now is Grammy.com/Music Cares. And this helps not only musicians but everyone in our community.
You're right. the music community for sure. And there's so many, like producers, audio engineers, even the people designing the graphics. And there's that's what's so interesting. I think we're starting to learn everybody that's behind the arts and through this process. And one thing that's getting us through is walks outside in nature and the arts, getting us through this quarantine. Is you can watch music, you can watch TV, and all the Netflix.
This is a wonderful opportunity for a lot of people. You know, kids are not getting enough arts in the schools. They're not getting art classes and music classes the way maybe we did when we were children. And right now is a wonderful time for kids to maybe just even be able to relax or do their own thing and not be on the same schedule. And I've had the wonderful opportunity of working with some folks over the internet giving music lessons during this time, because there's a lot of kids and adults that are stuck at home and they're trying to figure out ways to enrich themselves. And it's been very rewarding to be able to give back and to help folks learn about music, and hope that maybe when we come out of this time that maybe there'll be some new musicians and artists born from this time.
Right on, right on. Well, we're going to play Why Should I Dream in closing here. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, Tana. You both of you rock. It's so great to have you back on the show.
It was so much fun.
Also, go get the album. Go keep up with National Parks Arts Foundation. Keep up with us at BigBlendRadio.com. Tomorrow we're doing a spotlight on 29 Palms, California, where we are. We have artist Chuck Kaplinger and his wife, Holdy. Holdy Forrester is an actor, and also we have Brianne Tusatri joining us from Visit 29 Palms. So check it out. You'll learn more about the area that we're in. Thank you all for joining us, and here it is, Why Should I Dream? Thanks, ladies. Take care. Thank you for joining us, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Why should I dream? Why should I think about tomorrow as though extraordinary things ever happen? Why should I dream? Why should I wonder about the future? Because make-believe is just pretend. Why should I dream of something silly, like that I could really fly? Why should I dream? It's not a sensible thing. It's just imagination in my mind. Why should I